Thank you for tapping into Untapped Keg podcast, where we explore the different perspectives of sobriety and mental health so that you can take something, implement it into your own life. We believe that the only right way to sobriety is the way that works for you. The only way to change, get healthy, mental health, is the way that works for you. And that leads me into the discussion today. I've been waiting to record this episode. It's been a little bit since I put out an episode, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is I am now a certified This Naked Mind coach. So, for those who don't know, I'm RJ Zimmerman. I have not drank in over 9.5 years. I have waffled between sobriety, between calling myself alcoholic, between alcohol free, so many different uses of the terms that really mean the same thing. And that's okay. It's okay that the more that you learn, you change what you use for words because words do have power. They have power whether we give the power to the words or not. And so, what is it that works for you? Is it AA? Is it something else? Is there a different way that you can go about just evaluating your relationship with alcohol? And with that, This Naked Mind, which I came to through a podcast. I joined a podcasting group last year, I think exactly a year ago. And they talked about looking for other people in your niche, however you want to say it. And I looked up some more of the most popular sobriety podcasts, and This Naked Mind came up. And so I listened, and everything that they talked about resonated with me because it's what I'd been talking about since the start of Untapped Keg. And at the end of it, I heard about joining a class to become a coach certified through This Naked Mind. I've been looking for a way to really create my career, um, putting what I do as a passion into my life that I live. And this seemed like a really great way to go. So I decided to put my name in, find out more about it. I go to listen, and as I'm listening to this, and I don't know anything else about it other than it's a book, and everything resonated. Like, this is too good to be true. There's no way that this is real. So you get a month in the program, and if you don't think it's a fit, you can get all of your money back. So I'm like, I'll give it a month. The second day, I was like, I'm all in. Talking with other people in that group, listening to Annie Grace, who started the program, who started This Naked Mind, everybody going through it resonated with and aligned in like such a way that I couldn't believe it was real. And that allowed me to gain confidence and understand that this is an incredible way for me to find a way to make money through my passion and create this career. And now Untapped Keg coaching is real. This Naked Mind, it's not about going alcohol free. It's not about quitting drinking. It's not about sobriety. It's not about any of that. It's about evaluating your relationship with alcohol, finding a way to understand compassion. And it's so much easier to give compassion to other people. Finding a way to give that compassion to yourself. Finding a way to understand yourself and what you're getting from drinking, and evaluating that relationship that you have with alcohol. Why do I drink? Why? What am I looking for when I drink? Am I looking to escape? Am I looking to take an edge off for social situations? Do I think that I have to drink to have fun. What is the reason? Am I trying to cover up shame? Am I trying to turn my brain off? What are the facts that alcohol does to the body? Because it's science based as well. This is actually what happens as alcohol starts to go through your body. And if you read the book, very similar. It's laid out there. It is all laid out there. But the emotional aspect that you get, especially coming through Untapped Keg coaching, I am, RJ, is going to talk to you and lead you to a space where you can understand your emotions, really look into the vocabulary that you use internally. How do you talk to yourself? What is it that you're saying when you're telling me about why you're drinking, what you get from drinking, why on your way home you stopped for a beer and you thought it'd be no big deal? What was that initial reason that you stopped? And I can tell you what you told me, and you might hear something that comes out of my mouth that you didn't even realize you said. And that could help you to see what it is that you are looking for when it comes to drinking. And I don't believe that alcohol is the be all end all, that I really don't believe that once you stop drinking, everything's going to be great, right? Because it wasn't for me. Like I said, over 9.5 years, I haven't drank. Um, the game changer for me personally was awareness of the cycle I was in. What was I looking for internally? Why couldn't I talk about my struggles? Why couldn't I have a dialogue inside that helped me to parse out what I was feeling? And I want to be able to help people on that journey. And I was at a space where externally, people talking to me, I was a very successful person. I was in charge of a crew at a large utility company, a line crew, high voltage line tech, over 6 figures a year, had a wife, 2 kids, house, dog, all of it. Going home and enjoying taking care of my kids. Um, but I had no time for myself. And I was on autopilot. I would wake up and I would do what needed to get done in order to get to bed. And it wasn't because my dreams were good, because my dreams have not been good or a place I want to be since I was a kid. I've always had bad dreams. So it wasn't the dreams that I was trying to get to. It was shutting my brain off because it just had this feeling that something has to change, something isn't right, that this isn't it. um Everything said I was successful, but I just didn't feel it. The people closest to me thought that that's just how I was because that's how I had been for so long. I want to help people who are in that area where a change has to happen, whether it's you need to stop drinking, whether you've been done drinking for a while and there's just something you're just surviving in life and you want to move to thriving. What does thriving even mean? What does it look like? It looks like having fun. It looks like waking up in the morning and instead of like, oh, what do I got to do today? It's what can I do today? What do I get to do today? What can I do to make myself laugh and bring a smile to my face? That's thriving. And it's not going to be every day because every day is not like that. It's not positive vibes only. As my friend Mindset by Dave says, appropriate vibes, because you can't push negative emotions to the side and away and think they're going to go away. You have to feel them and allow them to pass in order to get to the other side, where you can have joy and awe and wonder, and you can get to this peacefulness. This past year has been one of the most difficult in my life. Divorce, having two kids under 5 who I'm splitting half the time with, being a single dad, trying to understand myself, job that just I'm underpaid and overworked and everything that goes along with that. And then just trying to find out who I am. Who's RJ? Because I don't know at this point. At one point, it was the provider, it was the fixer, it was go do, like, I have this problem. Okay, I can help with that. Okay, I can take care of that. Okay, I can do that. That was it. So, what was it? Who is RJ? Right. And now, I found my smile again. I found my laughter. I dance by myself in the kitchen when I'm cooking. I dance by myself through the house with no music on. I just dancing, bopping around. Doesn't mean that I'm a good dancer at all. It just means that I'm finding joy in little things. I'm going for walks. Never would have thought I'd go for walks. I didn't have time in nature. Let's have some fun, right? Just go and find patience. And I know you don't always have time for that. You can't always make time for that, but you can try new things. You can make time for yourself to be able to make yourself a priority to do new things. And I want to help people get to that point. I want to help you be able to put yourself first. Let's reorganize the priorities. It can start with somebody else at the top. You have to be listed. You have to be listed in the top 3. And eventually you're going to see you have to be number 1. And then below that's everybody else who's important to you. So you're going to see this podcast again, certified This Naked Mind coach, RJ Zimmerman here. You're going to see the podcast add some shorter episodes, maybe have some fun little things in between where I'll give you an example of a tactic that I use for myself that works in my life, or something that I just learned that I really want to share with you. Maybe you'll get an example of somebody that I coached that is okay with me recording and releasing it as a podcast. Maybe you'll get, it's just, there's going to be some differences, but the podcast itself is going to stay the same, where once a week, it'll be either an RJ solo episode talking about life, talking about emotions and starting down the process, and trying to give you a graspable, understandable way to begin your journey, to continue your journey, different things that I've learned along the way. And you're still going to hear some swearing, and you're still going to hear some great conversations. And there's going to be interviews. There's going to be people I talk to who help show not just the start of sobriety, but how to get through that beginning period to a point where you're thriving, and alcohol is just a blip. It's not, you're not living your life around alcohol anymore, whether it's drinking it or not. You get to have fun with your life. No matter where you are, you can. And I understand that I'm saying this from a place of privilege, but I honestly believe that we can, working together. If you're interested in learning more, you can get a free 1 hour call with me if you go to my website at untappedkeg.com, it's going to be listed in the show notes from here on out. You'll also get free resources, books that I've used, podcasts that I use, some social media accounts that I follow that can give you some ideas on where to begin, some motivation, some inspiration. Um, find that hope that's inside of you, right? Can help you find that. And then you can join my men's group that's once a month. If there's enough of a want, it might move to 2 times a month. And then I might reach out to a fellow coach and see if they could take another two, and maybe it'll be once a week eventually. But right now it's once a month. The next, just if you go to the website, there's a sign up for it. Email how you heard about the group. That's it. That's all it costs. And then you can be on a Zoom call. And that's not about alcohol. That's just about being around people who admit that life is stressful and just bouncing ideas off of one another, just being there to provide support, to know that you're not going to be judged for struggling. You're not going to be judged for being in pain. Because that's the thing is we are in pain and we don't get to admit it, because then the people around us who we're supposed to be the strong ones, we're supposed to be support for them. Now where are they going to have to turn? Because we are in pain, because we are struggling. And that makes it so hard. You feel so alone, but you're not. So go to untappedkeg.com and you can sign up for that men's group. It's not there for me to push the courses, my offerings, coaching. It's just there so that people know that there's a starting point, there's a community, and there's support. And it's an hour long. It's on a Sunday, once a month, Sunday evening, so that we can just get together and be there for one another. So untappedkeg.com, and, plug into the podcast. Stay tuned. You'll get some more. But if you are interested, you can go and book a call and I can tell you about offerings. You can get coached for an hour and see if it's for you. See if you like the investment in yourself and the growth that you will see. Because I know that I've needed that. I've needed that investment. I needed coaching. And it was before I even signed up to be a coach. I was being coached and helping somebody from the outside to be able to help me to see the forest through the trees or see the tree in the forest. It goes both ways, but having that guide, understanding that somebody's there to help you, it goes such a long way. And you really are investing in yourself. That is so big. We invest in so much in life and we think it all has to be external. But until we invest in ourselves and we have this internal revolution, because we're so disconnected from ourselves, that's just how it is. That's how we're raised. That's how things have been for so long. This is a way to connect with yourself so that you can connect with other people what you're craving. I think that's so overlooked, that we are so disconnected from ourselves that we are craving it from the outside world. And really, we're just craving it from ourselves. And when you're connected with yourself, you connect with other people at a deeper level. You get that community, people are going to be there, but you're so solid in yourself because you're connected and understanding that you can give yourself compassion when you make a mistake. You can give yourself compassion when something isn't right, when things just don't seem like they're going your way. When you give yourself that compassion, it helps you to gather yourself so that you can look at the paths, so you can see what the next step should be, whether it's small, whether it's bigger, whether it's up, right, or to the side. It all starts with the connection inside. And so I am so excited. Untapped Keg Coaching. Go to untappedkeg.com. You can learn more. Find out, what it is that I can help you with. It's not just alcohol. It's moving forward in life. It's if there's something else that is eating up a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, you just know a change is necessary. You want to bring awareness to something because that's where the change starts is the awareness. We need to be aware that we need to make a change and possibly what that change could be. When we have that awareness, that's where when it can start. That's what I can help you. I'm so pumped up. This is the next step. This is what I've been talking about. This is what I've been working towards for so long. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you, everybody out there anyone who's listened to one episode, 5 minutes, anything. Thank you because I do care. I care. And that's why I want to help. And that's why I'm putting so much into this. And it's going to continue. And through the show notes, you'll be able to find what I'm doing and I'll be able to go into more detail. Um, Sky's the limit and it's very exciting. Untappedkeg.com, Untapped Keg Coaching, helping give you choices that you didn't know you had. Right? All right. Let's try to be better tomorrow than we were today. At least we don't make it. We tried. I love you.